Buffalo Bills fans will remember for a long time, the Pegula family, all of them, took the field at Ralph Wilson Stadium yesterday for their first game as NFL owners. Terry Pegula gave a passionate pregame speech, getting fans pumped up for the game against the Patriots. Here to tell us more about what it was like to be on the field during that moment is Sal Capaccio from Sports Radio WGR 550. He's also the sideline reporter for the Bills Radio Network. You were on the field, standing there as they took the field. What was it like?
It's pretty amazing. You have the drum line now, obviously welcoming the team in, and they're getting everybody pumped up. Let's go Buffalo, playing that. The doors open kind of to the tunnel with the way they have that whole thing set up. If you've been there, you know it's kind of a little extra part of the tunnel. They come walking out. The dog runs out with a Bills jersey on, and he runs right back because he got scared of all the fireworks going off and everything, and people were holding him and all that. That was pretty cool to see, though, that the dog was out there. They walk out. People were just going nuts. And, you know, it wasn't like a touchdown where Bills fans go delirious because they're so excited they scored. It was more of a respectful cheer. That's kind of what struck me, Lauren, was they were out there. People were very, very, very excited, but it was more like, oh, my gosh, Terry Pegula, thank you. We respect you. We love you. Thanks for doing what you're doing. So I think that was the biggest difference for me. And, of course, people followed instructions very well. They got in their seats when they were supposed to, and the one Buffalo was flipped by all the cards, and that's the new theme, and pretty cool.
Yeah, I was one of the people in the stands, and it's so funny, Sal, that you say that we followed the instructions correctly because there was very clear instructions, and I am so obedient. I was worried I was going to mess it up, but luckily I don't think I messed it up.
You're the one, Lauren. It could have been you're the one. You could have messed the whole thing up.
I do like how you compared it to when the Bills scored because it did kind of have that feeling. When they score a touchdown, it's always a surprise. You know,
That's
so
right.
You're just so excited by finding
Yes.
out. This was something that people had been waiting to do, I think, was say thank you to the Pegulas. And let's go back to Friday, to that press conference at the stadium.
Amazing.
When he just poured out his emotions. Were you surprised to see him cry 45 seconds into his remarks?
I think if maybe the over-under, you still would have got, you would have got to maybe 2-3 minutes in, but right away he gets up there and he did what he did when he bought the Sabres.
That's
and
right.
You know, people talked about that he might do that, and he did wind up doing that. He's just an
some
emotional
sound.
guy.
I want to get to that. Let's listen
let's
to
go.
it, and then we'll talk about it when we come back up.
My name is Terry Pegula, and the Pegulas just bought a football team. I knew this was going to happen. I'll get over it. We all just bought a team. Our team, the Buffalo Bills.
If you want to worship somebody, go to church on Sunday. You know, it's sometimes a little bit uncomfortable to me that, you know, people try to make me something different than what I am. I'm just like everybody else in this room. And
it's one thing for him to say he's just like everyone else, but his actions really kind of prove that too. You know, he had his whole family, he brought his dog, like you said. He even revealed that he listens to your radio station, the same radio station the fans listen to. What does that make you feel?
He calls in once in a while.
Right.
He's done that for different shows. I saw him in the tunnel with his family before they came on the field, and they were just having a good time and talking with some of the Bills front office people. You know, they are just regular people. The only difference is they have a lot more money than us regular people.
Because they just had a $1.4 billion transaction.
That's right. But he's, you know, it's funny, and I think this can be said in a very affectionate way. People on Twitter refer to him as Uncle Terry because he seems like everybody's uncle that you just want to say hi to and give him a hug and embrace him. And he's one of us. I think that's where the one Buffalo comes from. We're all one, and we're no different as a family just because we own this team. We're just like all of you, and now we have the Bills and the Sabres together. We're one Buffalo. I think that's where this campaign's coming from, Lauren, and he really is a guy that seems very down to earth and very likable. In fact, I just heard a story this morning. Friday, before the press conference, they were having lunch, him and some of the front office people. And he didn't want to leave. He just wanted to keep talking to people. He was like, where are you guys going? I want to talk football. I want to talk whatever. And people were like, oh, my God, it's Terry Pegula. Like, they want to be respectful and give him his space. But he's the one that wants to keep talking with everybody. That's the kind of person he is.
I look forward to hearing him call into the radio station, too, if he will again in the future.
Hopefully he will. And I know now that he owns a team, though, you know, people are going to be calling for him to make changes if things don't go well. So I know yesterday, yesterday it didn't go as well, but let's give them some time, see how they can navigate what they want to do here. And there's still a lot of football left to be played, and the Bills are still in a pretty good position.
All right, that's right. We have just about under a minute left here. Of course, they did end up falling to the Patriots yesterday. It wasn't the worst game, especially the first half. We were right there. What are your thoughts on the game yesterday, and then moving forward, looking ahead to Minnesota next week?
Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski did what Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski do to the Buffalo Bills, which really stinks to watch. He's amazing to watch up close. You want to hate him, but he's such a great player, Tom Brady. But the Bills did themselves in. They turned the ball over 3 times, and they still had a chance to have the ball back, only down 8 late in the game. So if you want to look at a positive, they hung with them despite giving the Patriots every opportunity to blow them out of the building. They didn't. They have a very winnable game against Minnesota, a very winnable game against the Jets after that. They're still 3-3. It's a long season. The AFC East and the AFC is still going to be a jumbled mess at the end, so let's let it play out, and I think the Bills are still in a pretty good spot.
And we're number 2 in the AFC East right now?
Right now in the AFC East, number 2, and still fighting. 3-3 is not, nothing to be mad about. And
Season
again,
starts now. That's
right. Minnesota coming in next week, got to win that game, and I think they can, and they should.
All right, sounds good. Thanks so much, Sal Capaccio. You're not wearing purple for any reason today, are you?
No.
With Minnesota coming in.
Oh my goodness! No, is it lavender or purple?
I don't know.
I was looking at my pink. I already wore it. I was going to do that.
Right.
But thank you for bringing me in for breakfast. I'm going to go have some of that.
All right, that sounds good. That's all the time we have, so Sal can go eat. It's time for your TMZ check. Here's Matt with Jax.